Hey guys! Today we are going to go over Instagram stories. We're going to go over 3 things specifically. First, how to view stories on Instagram. Second, how to post your own stories. And finally, strategy and tips and tricks for your Instagram stories. First, I'm going to show you how to view Instagram stories. Open up the Instagram app and make sure that you're on the home page. When you're on the home page, you should see circles up here at the top of your Instagram feed. If you do not see these circles, it just means that your friends haven't posted any stories. To see these, you can click on them and they will pop up and they will immediately start auto-playing the story. Now, here's some tips. If you want to go on to the next photo in this person's story, you can just click the right-hand side of the screen to go a little bit faster. Now, if you've missed a photo and you want to go back, you can hit the left-hand side of the screen. If there is something that you don't want to, if there's a certain person that you just don't want to watch their entire story, you can just swipe and you have moved on to the next person. Oops, sorry, I tapped it there. If you want to go backwards and get to that last person, you can just swipe the other direction. For stories, you cannot actually like or comment on them. Your only message to send feedback is this little send message option down here. You can click that open and you can type in a message and press send. If you do not see that option, it's just because the person who has posted that story has disabled that. Once you're done viewing stories, you can just pull down and release to go back to your normal feed. Now that you know how to view a story, here is how to upload your own. From this screen, there's 2 options to get to the place where you can either take a photo or upload a photo. There's this little plus button up here, or you can just swipe left. Once you are at this screen, this is the screen that will allow you to take a photo of something. So I'm just going to take a photo of my desk here quickly. And see how that shows up right there? You can also take a very quick video, as you can see there. So you can definitely take content and create content directly from the app, just as you could Snapchat. However, if you don't want to create content directly in the app, you can hit cancel, and you have the ability to go and pull down from the top of the screen, and you will have access to the photos that you have either downloaded to your phone, taken on your phone, or used in the last 24 hours. So for example, this had been a photo I had been downloaded to my phone in the last 24 hours. I could add that there. Now, I want to show you guys a quick hack because there are ways to get photos that you haven't downloaded or used or taken in the last 24 hours onto your Instagram story. So to do that, we're going to exit out of the Instagram app. We're going to go into our Photos app. I've got my example already pulled up. This is a photo that I took a couple of days ago, and now I am going to just click on it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of it. Now that I've taken a screenshot of it, I'm going to go back into Instagram, and it's right there, and now I can use it. Now that you have something that you can use for your photo, I'm going to show you what you can do to enhance your photo. You can add text and place that text anywhere on the screen. You can also make that text, you can also make that text bigger or really little by pinching and pulling with your fingers. When you're ready to place it, just drag and drop. Then there's also this little button up here that comes with markers. One of the cool things that Instagram rolled out were the different kind of markers. There's this thin brush point, there's this thick, fun, almost calligraphy type style, and then there's this really fun illuminated brush. Now, one of the things that people don't know is you can actually change your brush size, and I'm going to change this really quick. You can also change your brush color. So let me show you 2 awesome hacks right now. If you click this little circle down here, first, you have the ability to scroll through and get other colors. What? You also have the ability to click this again, and you can change the cursor size of your brush. I like to make mine really little, oops, because that's how I write. Here, I'm just gonna do one really quick. Happy Friday. Done. Now I want to remove my text because my hello doesn't look good there anymore, so I'm just going to click it, and then I'm going to backspace, and then I'm just going to press outside the text area. Now that is how you do the happy text, and that's how you change the color. You have the option to save this. There's a little save button here, but if you wanted to upload this directly to Instagram, you would just click that plus button. Now we're going to hit cancel. One of the hacks I also want to show you really quick is how to take an image from Snapchat, add a geo filter, and then put it on Instagram. So I'm going to open up my Snapchat app. I'm going to put this here really quick because I'm going to take a photo of it. And now that I'm on Snapchat, I'm just going to swipe through to see the geo filters that are available. I like this Reno one. Once I do that, I'm going to hit save. And that is saved to my memories. I'm going to go to my memories, which is down here. I'm going to click that, and then I am going to try to save that. And I'm going to click Save Image. Now that that has actually saved, I'm going to go back to my Instagram app. I'm going to pull down, and there's that image for me to use. And see how I have that Snapchat geo filter, but I'm able to upload that to Instagram? And that is how you add stories to your feed. So first, one of the most commonly asked questions that I get asked that really integrates with the strategy of Instagram stories is, what the heck should I be posting? Okay, what kind of content should you be posting on Instagram stories? I'm going to show you one of my favorite brands that does this really well, and it is the Dry Bar. The Dry Bar, it does a really good job of staying on brand, yet still showing me content that is behind the scenes. And I really like their stories. They keep it fun, they have a lot of fun with text, and they just show me something that I want to see. Now another company that does this well, let's see if I can find them quick, is the Blogettes. They always show behind the scenes, they promote some of their upcoming workshops, they tell you what to do, so they've got really good engagement and really good ways of promoting other things that they do, but they use the stories to do that. With what kind of content you should post, if you're not doing anything super crazy fun, I would say keep it to 3 to 4 posts a day. If you are doing something super fun, I would definitely feel free to go over that. But then just to enhance your content with fun text and fun geo filters, and just try to make the content a little bit more engaging. Next, I get this question all the time, and that is Instagram or Snapchat or both. If your audience is younger, I still think that you should be on Snapchat because it is such a good opportunity to try to create conversations with your audience and have a deeper affinity with your audience by having them on another platform. A really good example of this is my client, Cowboy Fresh. They have a younger audience, and so we really want to engage them on Snapchat. However, we do still see them really engaged with our Instagram stories whenever we post them. So this is something that we look and we try to show behind the scenes shots of our product. Whenever we're at a rodeo, we try to promote that rodeo. And we really just try to do Instagram and Snapchat, and we keep the content relatively similar because we know that our audiences are slightly different. I would feel free to use the same kind of content, just see if you can switch it up a little bit from your Snapchat to your Instagram story if you know you have a lot of the same audience watching that same content. Finally, how do I make this fun? I want this to have a personality, but I don't want to be too far away from my brand. There are so many ways to make Instagram stories fun and creative. You can go through and add emojis and do a tap to reveal. Look at that. You can also add filters. So I'm just going to take a little quick photo of my dog here. And you can add really nice filters that will help change that photo. Now that we've gone over some strategy, I'm just going to finish up with some tips and tricks that I have learned from running multiple brands' Instagram stories. So if your video requires sound, I would tell your followers, turn on sound with your text. And again, you can make that a different color so that they can see it. And I've been filming for the last 2 hours. I really want this to be good. But if you don't need sound for your video, I would just turn it off because it's really annoying to hear background noise. Finally, people have been asking me, how do I get people to even view my stories? And I wanted to show you an actual example of how I did this with a client the other day. We went on and we were taking Western Wednesday photos and asking people to send this to them. And we literally said, check out our story to see who was featured. So you can use your main Instagram post to tell your followers that you've done something cool in your story. You can also send followers from other channels like Facebook or Twitter to view your Instagram story. The last thing that I want to show you guys is how to check how many people and who have viewed your story. So you're going to go back to your profile. You can either do this from your home page or from your profile page. You're going to click your button. Okay, once you've clicked your button, you're going to scroll up from the bottom of the screen. This shows you how many people have seen your story and exactly who has seen your story. This is a really good tool because if you have multiple photos in your series, it will essentially show you your drop-off rate to let you know if your content is working or if your followers are bored by your content. I would let almost a full 24 hours to go by before you really try to analyze the data because people have a full 24 hours to view your story. So those are my tips and tricks for Instagram stories. And that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you feel more confident about how to use and view and your strategy about Instagram stories. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also find me on Instagram at Amanda McLernan. I would love to have your comments and talk with you. And if you have any questions about social media, interact with you more there.